The hardest part with living off-grid has nothing to do with money or with building a tiny house or with the cold winters. No, the hardest part with living off-grid is... So, to explain this, let me just give you a little bit of context. So, we have lived here in our tiny house off-grid for almost 3 years now. 3 winters in this tiny house. I think the hardest part is to be self-sufficient. We get electricity from our solar panels, and if the power goes out, it's on our shoulders to fix it. It's our responsibility to fix it. If we are cold, it's our responsibility to heat the house with firewood. If there's no water, it's our responsibility to fetch the water from the well. And this is the thing that no one talks about. About 4 or 5 years ago, when we dreamt about this off-grid lifestyle, I was longing for this. I was thinking that I'm going to grow all my food, I'm going to have meat, self-producing meat, and I'm going to make my own firewood, I'm going to build every building by myself, you know, totally self-sufficient. Self-reliance on its maximum. And in this dream, I didn't realize that it's actually very hard to do that. It takes a lot of time and energy to be totally self-sufficient. Over these 3 years, I realized that this is not really my dream anymore. I mean, sure, it's a great feeling to know that we can live here independently without having to worry about, social crises or something like that. But the thing is also that, during COVID, a lot of stuff happened and societies were being shut down. And of course, it's nice to know that we can take care of ourselves out here. We have our food, we have our firewood, we have our electricity. But I've come a step further than that. Sure, this provides us with electricity, but it's not enough electricity. And so it's our responsibility to keep on extending the solar panel system. Then there's also the financial parts. Sure, we live a free life out here, but we have focused a lot on surviving instead of thriving. And there's a big difference in that. Check this out. So when I have been in this survival mode, I have always lived on bare minimum. And in that, there's also a freedom in not spending so much money because I have more time here home with my family. But in that lifestyle, I create I don't need more. It's nice. But is it really? This off-grid life, sure, it can be a dream. And it can be like, wow, yeah, they live out there in their tiny house and it's so glamorous and it's so cozy. And sure, at times it's very cozy, but most of the time it's very challenging. The person that lives in survival mode always think bare minimum, survival, like shelter, heat, food, yeah, the basic. But the person that lives in thriving mode. Since I've lived these 6 last years in survivor mode, I don't really know what thriving mode feels like, but I can sense that it's more of a joyful, like abundance kind of life. You know, to feel like I deserve to be rich, I deserve to have everything. I deserve to go on trips, on vacation, and that thriving life, I'm longing for it. Do you get me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like maybe I can combine the off-grid survival lifestyle with this thriving lifestyle. Because if a crisis comes, a zombie apocalypse or something, then it's very nice to live out here and know that no matter what, we're safe. But all the other time, when there's no apocalypse, I want to thrive. You hear me? You know, I've always thought that I can live without much money. I can provide everything that my family needs and live on a tight budget. And I've got this wrong. On the other side, I get to spend a Monday filming a video. And I know that many people are on their jobs right now, in an office or in a car or something, you know, doing their work, working for money. And so there's a choice there. Which one do I want to work for? Do I want to work for myself? Or do I want to work for someone else? I have always been the one that wants to work for myself and for my family. And so I will continue doing that, but with a mind shift of that we deserve more. We deserve to thrive. I want to give a huge thanks to you guys that are watching A Freedom Path here on YouTube and commenting, liking the videos. Thank you so much. And let me know, are you in survival mode or thriving mode? What do you prioritize in life? Do you prioritize survive, thriving? Let me know.